Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bronco Garage, and if you haven't already been following us, we just got done putting the 2-in-1 exhaust kit by James Duff on this Bronco hobby horse.
Yeah, and make sure to check that video out. There's maybe a link up here or a link below.
It's up
somewhere. Click the link somewhere. But you know, if you're doing this and you put the exhaust kit on there, it is super important to do an exhaust leak test.
Is that why we're sitting right here?
That's why we're squatting awkwardly in front of the Bronco. We usually, Michael and I, you know, we'll just...
This is where we hang.
This is where we hang out. So it's super important. You guys know I'm a Fitech guy. We have Fitech on hobby here, and it's super important for Fitech to have a sealed exhaust, and that's because Fitech has the wideband O2 sensor. It's always reading, and any outside air that gets in is going to mess with your mixture, your air-fuel ratio mixture, and it's going to make all kinds of problems with your spark plugs and all kinds of things.
So, John, how should we do this leak test?
So there are tons of different ways that you can do an exhaust leak test. Lots of different methods you could use. But basically what you want to do is you want to get air into your exhaust system and see if it is coming out of anywhere. Now, you could be dumb like me and actually turn your Bronco on and then start feeling around the tailpipe.
You got any fingerprints left?
I don't have any. I could rob a bank now because I don't have any fingerprints.
Wow.
But Michael has a smart way that we are going to take a look at.
Yeah, and honestly, there's a lot of different ways to do this, but what I'm trying to do is two things. I'm trying to seal the end of the tailpipe so I can get air in there and trapped so it actually shows us any leaks. And two, I'm trying to regulate the air. I don't want 120 PSI going through there. So I've got a regulator here that I've basically just taken an old bump stop, wrapped it with duct tape, and I cut the end off where the metal is inside of it, and I drilled a hole. And then I just put it in the regulator like this, and then I'm gonna put the air in the other end and regulate to 50 pounds, and then put it right here in the end of the tailpipe.
And 50 pounds doesn't really matter. It's not how much air, but like Michael said, you just don't want 120 PSI moving through there. You just want enough air that there's air going through your system and it's coming out anywhere that it shouldn't be coming out.
Yes.
So then what you're gonna do is just spray some of this. It's just Dawn dish soap and water. Spray it on the tailpipe or on all the pipes, and anywhere where there is air coming out of those pipes, you're gonna see little bubbles because of the dish soap. So yeah, that's about it.
And that's why it takes two people, because one's got to hold this thing up against the tailpipe while the other guy takes his flashlight and goes and checks for the leaks.
Let's do it.
Cool. All right, so we're down here under Hobby Horse and we're checking for leaks, and everything's pretty tight. After going through and checking all the joints, we didn't really find anything that really is leaking. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen up one of these joints so you can see what you're looking for. All right, it's leaking. One thing that's really important when you're going back to tighten, you're gonna need, especially for these band clamps and saddle clamps, enough power to actually clamp these pipes down against each other. So I recommend using an impact, a pneumatic impact. And then so you're gonna wanna use this, tighten it down, and then check for leaks and move on to the next one. All right, so we've checked the bottom for leaks, we've tightened where we need to, and now we gotta check the top. We're gonna be spraying the headers and looking for leaks around the gaskets. Just really important for you to know that you can do this while it's cold and while it's hot. Just remember though that metal does expand. So when you're checking it cold, say right after you get it installed, just don't get discouraged, because you know, metal being cold like that can be really hard to make everything seal perfect. So get it close, go and get it warmed up, and then go back and check again. For the most part, that should be good. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and check the link below for the 2-in-1 install video.